I feel like all the reaction channels be doing the same clips and then we're like late to the fucking party, but whatever.
Then everyone comments, you guys are late.
This is lit.
You're always late to everything. Y'all just watch it. It's up.
Come on. Don't y'all want to hear our take on the thing? People have, maybe this isn't that popular of a clip, but I saw people reacting to this.
I am 29 and single, and I don't have kids yet. Here's what your Saturday morning looks like when you're single at 29 and you don't have a kid running around the house. I didn't rise from my bed until 10:15. Every time I thought, I should probably get up and do something. I thought, why? Nobody's making me. I'm not missing out on anything. I went to Beyonce last night and I didn't get home until 1 a.m. and I danced and drank my little heart out, and I didn't pay a babysitter to watch my kids as I did that. And I woke up a tad hungover this morning, which is probably why I was in bed for so long. And I was just scrolling on my phone and I saw a picture of shakshuka and I thought, you know what sounds really good? Maybe I'm gonna learn how to make shakshuka today. Because I have no plans and I don't have kids and I don't have a husband and I don't have errands to run. I can go to the grocery store.
Did y'all know she doesn't have any kids?
Apparently.
In case you missed it.
And learn how to make shakshuka. So that's on my agenda today. Also on my agenda, probably a rewatch of some Real Housewives of New York. I'm also doing a rewatch of Normal People on Hulu, which is really spicy and I highly recommend. Weirdly, I'm into this documentary on Netflix about blue zone countries. So I've got a pretty stacked day. Anyway, I say all this to say, whenever I'm hard on myself about why I'm not married and I don't have kids and I should be further along at 29, almost 30, I wouldn't want to do anything else this Saturday. And I know that you can do all these things when you have kids and you're married, and I understand, but the effortlessness and ease of my life, just kind of focusing on myself and the shakshuka I want to make or the Beyonce concert I want to go to, really pays off when I'm hard on myself for not being where society tells me I should be in life.
I thought you were just gonna vent to me saying you don't like how your life is at 20. If you're okay, then and don't complain about it, good for you. I mean, just don't complain later if you do end up not enjoying that, if you're lonely. But if you're happy with that, I have no problem. If you're truly fulfilled watching endless binge shows and going to concerts and learning shakshuka, so be it.
So basically she wants kids.
It's like a cry for help. But
It's her way of coping and being like, telling herself that like she's fine, she's okay. Like,
To me, sounded like the cope of, okay, because she says, I question myself as, oh, why do I not have, when I feel bad about not having kids yet, or I should be further along.
so you're thinking about it.
You're thinking about it, and you feel that way.
there's a negative sort of, thought about that. Actually, there isn't. There's no timeline for anything, really. There's no right way of doing things at any time.
I currently don't want kids right now. It's not in my plan currently, but I know I'm going to want a family and kids at some point. The show's not always going to be about me. I guess the interesting thing is, I don't think the shakshuka is going to be giving her fulfillment when she's 49 and by herself. Now, if she's a complete lone hermit who doesn't like human interaction.
She's gonna be a pro at shakshuka and she's gonna watch every show on Pop that came out.
Like on people's fucking tombstones, it says father, brother, sister, grandmother, whatever. It don't say best shakshuka maker. It's like family is what makes life amazing.
Yeah, because then what happens when she does have a kid? Like, you're changing the way you think then. You're gonna have to. But it's like you said, like, you don't want kids, right now, so you're not gonna make a video complaining.
Correct.
Right? So it's like, it almost says, like, by her making the video, it's like, why'd you make the video?
That's what I said. I didn't get the point of it. We could all do that right now. I'm this age and I don't have kids, and this is what I do on a daily basis.
It's like you're saying, like, yeah, like,
Hey.
I'm eating food and, like, I don't want to go to the gym right now. I enjoy eating, like.
And
I know they say like peak testosterone peaks at like 30 and shit. I'm getting close, but like I like don't care. I was still gonna eat because like who cares? Like,
and yeah, I'm running out of time to like get in shape, but I never wanted to get in shape.
it's only getting harder to like get in shape the older I get. But like fuck it, right now, like
You're allowed to do whatever you want. It ain't my life.
I don't mind.
I don't give a rat's ass if she's doing shakshuka and going to Beyonce. To me, it just had a selfish undertone. Like, it's about me. What can I get? I'm doing shakshuka. I get to sleep in. I get to do this.
And do you want people to praise you? Like, that's great. Yes, I'm 30 and I also don't have kids and it's so nice. And if that's what you're looking for, well, then you've already been experienced that without having to get validation from somebody telling you, cool, because you just said this is easy life.
The ease of life where she's talking about how easy and effortless and watch TV and who cares what time you get up. Like, that sounds great on paper until you live that life and you realize the hard things are what make your life actually fun. When you had a super hard workout and then now you feel good afterwards. You overcame something. You graduated from this, or you learn how to, whatever. The hard stuff and the when you give and when you sacrifice makes you actually feel better. I'm like, I just want to sit and watch Bob's Burgers all day. And then when I sit and watch Bob's Burgers all day, I feel miserable. Yeah, whenever I hear people saying like, no, I want kids or I want this or whatever, I currently don't want kids now, but I think as I've gotten older, I've started to realize just the importance and how beautiful family is.
There might not be ever the exact right time. You're just gonna have to make it work.
Yeah, you'll never be ready.
Yeah,
I will never be fucking ready. And I'm gonna see what the people in the comments said. If a woman decides she doesn't want children, that's much better than having one she doesn't want. Okay, no, that's valid. Again, you don't have to have one. I think it's just, I guess we'll check back in about 50 years. I was her. I was actually really depressed. I had to play catch up in my 30s. I am so blessed to have found my husband and been able to have children in my late 30s. There was a time when I really didn't think we would ever be able to have a child. That was a big struggle for many years. I feel her pain that she's not admitting to. I truly hope that she gets what she actually wants in life. For me, life before my family was such an insignificant waste of time.
Yeah, see, she's not admitting to it, like, but people know.
I was raised by a mother who had kids and did not want them. She wanted the single life. She is now single, no relationship with her kids because every day of her life growing up, she reminded them of how she did not want them and how much of a burden they were to her. She is happy as a clam. I think there's a lot more women out there than people realize. Okay, it's a contested subject where some people are saying, I was her and I thought I wanted to do the chill life too.
You almost just tell yourself that, like, you might not want that, but you got to keep telling yourself that if you're not getting it.
I guess what's a bigger gamble? Like having kids or not having kids? It's a crazy coin toss because I would argue most people would have fulfillment from having kids. All right, you have no kids. That means you have more money in your pocket, free time to do anything. Is that a better route? Because at the end of your life, it's just you and all your stuff.
I guess it comes down to your own life and what you feel like your life's purpose is, I guess. Because there are people that are like, yeah, I'm never going to have a kid. And it's like, okay, I guess if that's the way you want to do it.
And then they'll never know what they actually missed out on.
But they never know.
When y'all having kids.
You know, we were talking about that
we were
today.
I was talking about Rhino today too. It's not because it's been on my mind.
Noah's next.
I got knocked up.
I'm gonna put it out there. I think I'm gonna be 30 or older. Right now, I would like to continue doing everything I can with as much time as I can.
I definitely want kids though. But then I think like, okay, I don't want to wait too late though. Like, so I'm like, okay, when's actually the right time? Because then you got to think about your kid in the future. If I want a kid, well, I'm gonna want to spend the most time I can with that kid. So why not have it early? So I have those thoughts.
But I also want to make sure I'm financially stable so I can spend.
Exactly.
So that's
it's like it's heat or tire.
I'm trying to do my best for my child.
Then I think nothing else almost matters when you want the kid because then that's your top priority. So you, like you said, we make it work. Whenever you have the idea or thought, whenever you're ready to have a kid, like you're just gonna have the kid. Like you'll figure it out.
Yeah, and if you don't have enough money, then you figure it out when you're there.
Yeah,
you work hard, or you really have some scheduling. You make sure your schedules are on point, so every time can balance between work life, kids, social, everything.
Because it sucks, like in this lifetime, like for people to have to feel like, damn, I can't even have a kid because I can't afford it.
See, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm low-key getting excited.
Okay, Ryan's the first one.
I don't know if this sounds messed up. I like the idea of, okay, impregnating someone, right?
Okay.
Hear me out. Hear me out. This is what happens when I start talking. I know
words are just very graphic sometimes.
They come out. And what a beautiful thing. They have chosen to birth my child.
That's pretty crazy.
What a beautiful thing. I would like the idea of like, I'm ready. Like I have a bunch of money and it's like, oh, I could really have a child right now if I wanted to. I'm really interested in how that chapter of my life's gonna play out.
Yeah, and then you'll be a whole different person for the rest of your life after that.
Yep.
100%.
Different person.
No matter however you act, you second you have that, the thing that's gonna teach you alone, just, you're gonna be completely different. It definitely gets very exciting, a lot of fun things, and it's like being born again technically, but.
Of course, we have our own opinions and views on things, so a lot of people are, well, if it's their choice, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. But I would also say having kids is a risk, but having no kids is a bigger risk. How y'all feel about that? Do you really want to gamble that you'll value your material possessions at the end of your life more than a family?
I guess, like, what if I'm somebody that just has extended siblings already, cousins, and tons of friends, and I know, like, well, towards the end, I do have people that'll take care of me if we all kind of make it there. That's the only thing I could think. Or do I have enough money for myself where I'm okay with no other problems in my life and I can pay somebody to take care of me when I'm like fucking need somebody to wipe my ass and shit? Like, that person has to really accept, are you that comfortable with being that?
It's the sort of question you can only answer when you're there in that moment at the end of your life. I'd be curious to know some viewers, whether you guys, I don't know how old you're probably younger, don't have kids yet, but anyone who has any family thing, any thoughts, I'd be curious to know what you guys think. Damn, so then now do we have to choreograph when we have a child?
Yeah, because that would be kind of lit.
It would be lit then if our children could play together together, and then they can have their own reaction channel and commentary channel.
But if one of y'all say next week, I'm like, shit, bro.
Dude.
And you're too excited. No, I'm gonna do it. So you guys gotta get ready. Fuck, man.
Y'all down to have a kid like next year? Now, when you say next
I
year,
just totaled my car, dude.
Strawberry Park Jr.
isn't that a crazy concept?
Just thinking of like literally like if we are saying we're all gonna have kids and them being friends,
that would be lit.
that's lit.
Because we didn't have that. I didn't have that personally. Like, it's my parents' friends' kids. I never had that because my parents moved away from where they were from. Interesting. Guess we'll see.
Does our kids call you guys Uncle Ryan, Uncle Rob? Or you're just, that's Ryan?
Then that's some cute shit.
Uncle Ryan, Uncle Rob sounds kind of hard.
Yeah, I like that. Bro, what if your kid's like an asshole type shit and it's like an annoying kid?
My kid cannot be annoying, bro.
There's a whole Reddit of like regretful parents. We're gonna have to review that one tomorrow for the next reaction. It's a whole thing talking about, I fucking hate my life. My child has fucking Down syndrome. And yeah.
Oh, do you think it's a big old gamble having kids or not now?
It's a gamble either way.
They're both gonna have their pros and cons either way.
Can't you just give your child up at any moment?
418, yeah. But if you talk about foster cares and the abusiveness of that, then there's probably people that are from foster care right now. I know that's just not good.
People are fucked up like that and they will get rid of them. Or I've heard so many stories of like new parents just throwing their kid away like in the dumpster.
Oh, not the dumpster.
Okay, we're getting too dark. We went too excited.
Yeah.
We gotta end it
No,
now.
but I did watch a thing where a lady did dump the kid in the dumpster.
Or recently some chick threw her in the hospital like
It was a trash can. The hospital trash can. Oh, don't want this.
like that. People really have that thought though of like, oh, I don't want this, so let me get rid of it.
You know them trash cans where it's like doors, like where you just put it down and then they come back up?
Yeah.
I just thought of like a baby going into that.
And just things just
Bump.
flopping. That's crazy.
The same way you just kind of toss a Subway sandwich into the thing, like at the crumbs of it, like, but it's like a baby. So obviously, we're not murderers, so we wouldn't do that. But do you give your child up for adoption if it has Down syndrome?
Yeah. No, well, no.
Well, these are like,
I was answered before I heard the Down syndrome part. Literally, I answered before I heard the Down syndrome part. I was saying like don't kill your baby.
Yeah.
Give it up for adoption.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's places you can take it. Like
yeah, I met a girl who was like in a box in China.
just dropped off like
And they
that.
just put her in a fucking box by the fucking laundromat.
Straight out of a movie.
And I was like, that's kind of a tough like origin story. Like she was in a cardboard box, and I was like, it's an honor. It's like an honor to meet you. I think they know not to put them in the trash can. We might get into this topic once we get into the Regretful Parents Reddit. Oh my God, it's a real thing. Like if you saw your child was gonna have Down syndrome in the womb.
That must be the hardest like
Come on, man.
thing to process.
And people have views about abortion versus pro-choice, you know, whatever. We have our own thoughts on that, but
That's almost what you sign up for when you decide to have a kid. It's like you already don't know what's gonna come out. So you have to just accept what life gives you.
and then if life gives me this, oh no, I don't want that. Here, you fire department.
I would say do that.
I mean, that happens.
It happens. Like I feel blessed that my parents wanted to keep me. Like
No,
shit.
we're very privileged.